Cardano has maintained its position in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization, hence the assurance that the best days are ahead. Last year, a Cardano-focused Twitter account, ADA Will, went ahead to make stunning predictions on what might happen on the network as soon as the bear market ends. ADA Will predicted that in the next bull run, Cardano will be the best trading DeFi platform. The start of the year saw the expectation come to fruition. Cardano raced fast regarding DeFi and its TVL skyrocketed. Things would eventually work well, but investors are more concerned about the ADA coin price. A crypto analyst, Henrik Zeberg, recently made an interesting prediction about the leading cryptocurrency Bitcoin. He tweeted that Bitcoin might soar as high as $180,000, making his target range for prediction to be between $170,000 and $180,000, with the minimum being $115,000. Isn't this so bullish? On a Bitcoin weekly chart, Zeberg highlighted Bitcoin's past cycles and returns from the bottom lows were spotted. From the cycle's peak between 2016 and 2018, Bitcoin saw a 95-fold growth. He tweeted, Bitcoin may soar to 170 to 180k, minimum 115k. Yes, a recession will hit the economy and risk assets will be crushed, but not yet. For now, risk assets including Bitcoin will soar. Stay bearish all you would like, but you're on the wrong side of the market. From the 2019 bottom lows until the peaks of the bull run in November 2021, when Bitcoin made out the highs of $69,000, Bitcoin experienced growth by 16 times. So Zeberg identified a Bitcoin bottom low that occurred towards the end of 2022. It had barely increased from this low, significantly behind the estimated 10 to 11-fold growth potential Zeberg highlighted. Anticipation could be dangerous, but Zeberg chose to stay on this path. He expects a parabolic rise in the price of Bitcoin in the short to medium term, and also a possible occurrence of a recession. Of course, crypto experts mostly talk about Bitcoin since many factors holding the markets depend on it. If Bitcoin is set to rise, then where does Cardano stand? Around October, in a YouTube video, prominent crypto analyst Benjamin Cowan explained that Cardano was nearing a critical point where it could experience a significant drop. Cowan emphasized that Cardano has repeatedly tested crucial support on its weekly chart since December of 2022. This is an indication of weakening strength as buyers lose momentum. According to a report, Cowan attributed Cardano's potential decline to a decrease in global net liquidity. He presented a chart showing that ADA's price momentum was closely aligned with changes in global net liquidity, discussing the prospects for Cardano and other alternative cryptocurrencies. He suggested that a resurgence in liquidity could eventually lead to a rebound, but he cautioned that such gains were unlikely to occur in the year leading up to the halving event. However, back in September, Dan Gambardella, the founder of Crypto Capital Venture, provided an in-depth analysis of Cardano ADA. One of his major highlights was that Cardano has maintained its position among the top 5 cryptocurrencies and was well positioned for future bullish trends. He also compared Cardano's market cycles with those of Ethereum, noting similarities in their initial bull markets and subsequent bearish declines. On the technological side, he proudly asserted that Cardano wasn't falling behind. There was a time when Gambardella claimed that many people were giving up on cryptocurrencies, especially Cardano. He said that even though the season presented favorable opportunities, the social sentiment data point had been taken into consideration. This was an important point he raised since the negative sentiment was a comparable data point to the last bear market lows. This simply means that the poor price performance of ADA is not only the problem plaguing the Cardano ecosystem. The social sentiment also raised the eyebrows of many. However, a recent video analysis by Dan Gambardella suggested promising outlooks for Cardano ADA and XRP. He analyzed the monthly price charts and crucial indicators for both coins, noting the technical signals point to looming bull runs. Cardano on the monthly could just not look any better, he said when examining the ADA chart. He specifically pointed out moving average convergence divergence indicator inching closer to a crossover on the monthly time frame. If the MACD line crosses above the signal line, it would indicate a historic shift from bearish to bullish momentum for Cardano. Now, let's go further down into the metrics. Cardano price trends evolution can be illuminated by examining on-chain metrics, even though most investors do not completely understand these things. The bullish or bearish outlook is always evident for metrics like active addresses and market value realized value, or MVRV for short, among others. For Cardano, while the ADA price climbed between November 2nd and 11th, the active addresses on the new addresses were on the decline. MVRV is the on-chain metric that helps determine the average profit or loss of investors who purchase ADA. Recently climbed to a local peak of 18.61% on November 10th. Now MVRV is 8.68% on November 14th. It can be concluded that ADA traders who acquired the asset within the past 30 days have sold and realized their profits. What does this imply? The metric fuels a bearish outlook for Cardano's price. Plus, the Cardano price is likely to find support between 34 cents and 36 cent levels, where 203,390 addresses scooped up 1.79 billion ADA tokens. But how time flies though. 2 years ago, this was exactly the period when the cryptocurrency market resumed its rally, with some analysts calling the next phase a super bull cycle. Cardano was one of the best performing cryptos in the market. The coin surpassed Binance Coin, or BNB for short, to become the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap. It was even expected that ADA would surge higher after setting a new all-time high at $3. Bitcoin was also able to touch the 50k level again after struggling for days. Ether was not let out as it successfully cemented its price above $3,500, with the Ethereum native token trading at $3,775 per coin. Cardano continued to set the trend in the market. Back then, Cardano's rally coincided with the launch of the Alonzo testnet as the network prepared for a mainnet launch. The Alonzo upgrade ushered in numerous changes to the Cardano blockchain, including the introduction of smart contract features. With the availability of smart contracts, the Cardano blockchain could host a wide range of decentralized finance protocols and NFTs. Well, the story has since changed, but we're not backing out. As decentralized revolution marches forward, more algorithms are popping up to analyze complex cryptocurrency markets. AI is not excluded either. It has studied Cardano's trends, thus releasing a bold prediction. It believes that ADA will surge over 380% within 6 months of the next Bitcoin halving in 2024. Meanwhile, many factors are contributing to this bullish forecast and whether a price hike over $1.75 per coin is possible. For the longest time, one hurdle that held Cardano back was regulatory uncertainty. As a third-generation cryptocurrency focusing on scalability and sustainability, some questioned whether ADA should be considered a security in of itself. This legal uncertain area made institutions weary and likely suppressed major price action. However, Cardano now finds itself in a much cleaner spot after positive rulings for other similar projects. For example, Ethereum was not deemed as a security by the SEC back in 2019. Plus, this year, Ripple won its case against the commission, with XRP also being ruled as a non-security digital asset. With precedent set by other leading cryptocurrencies, regulators now have more guidance on how to reasonably classify projects like Cardano. This regulatory clarity has relieved much of the pressure that previously weighed on the project, regardless of what happened in June. The factors pointing to massive Cardano growth in 2024 seem plentiful. Regulatory questions are being resolved, technology is advancing, and partnerships are flourishing. The Cardano project is indeed firing on all cylinders at just the right time. Hitting $1.75 ADA might not seem so far-fetched, considering some predictions had Bitcoin reaching 100,000 or more by next year. And there's no need for any speculative hysteria. Black swan events could always disrupt the best laid plans. However, barring any unforeseen circumstances, it is easy to envision a perfect storm scenario unfolding for Cardano as 2024 commences. At the end of the day, only time will tell if these predictions will come true. For now, we choose to stay hopeful as everything appears to be aligning with Cardano to take its rightful place among the crypto elite in the next major cycle. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click on the subscribe notification buttons and we'll see you in the next video.